9 players, as you're seeing, officially tagged in some form of another. Yes, a Carolina Panther, one of my favorites, Brian Burns among them. We love that. Trade rumors still swirling about T. Higgins, L'Jarius Sneed. The rest of the guys on the list, all reportedly in the midst of trying to sort of negotiate new deals with their squads, getting it done, and it does include Brian Burns. We'll ask about that, of course. Is Jeremy Chin out the door? He's a free agent. Some key takeaways here, though. I want to talk about T. Higgins for a second because the franchise tag is really just the beginning of the journey for some of these guys and these teams in the offseason. Then, of course, we have to deal with the draft. Then we deal before that with free agency and all of that. Now, we had an absolute legend, Chris Collinsworth, on the show to kick off sort of the 3rd season of our show, which is crazy to think about. But he was on with me, and he talked about the possibility of the Bengals, as a former wide receiver, he talked about the possibility of the Bengals trading him away.
Do I need a T. Higgins, who is a proven commodity, who's a proven great player in the NFL, or do I need to pay my other superstar players on my respective team and then go draft one of these young receivers? And I think some of the answers are going to be, we're better off having this rookie wage scale wide receiver over here. But there's also a lot of teams sitting right on the brink there where a T. Higgins can put them over the top and put them in the Super Bowl.
No one loves Chris Collinsworth more than I do. I listen. I eat it up. I mean, he and I thought that this was going to be a Super Bowl winning team last year. It didn't work out. He harped on Joe Burrow's health a lot. I have a feeling Chris does not think he can stay healthy. That's another thing to unpack later this offseason. And as much as I love and respect and value what Chris Collinsworth says, and I do understand the rookie wage scale point that he's making, I don't know. I got to say, T is the guy that can push the Bengals over the edge in the AFC and get it done. I don't know if they can do it without him, so I'd like to see them get something done. I don't think, as you're watching some of these plays right here, I don't think you can let this dude walk out the building. I just don't think you can. Joe Burrow's contract hasn't fully kicked in yet. This is the year the Bengals need to go all in. And even with T on the tag, we did the math here, $48.5 million in cap space, okay? There's still that, $48.5 million in cap space to add guys to load up and win a Super Bowl. So try to get it done at Bengals, and I feel confident that I can talk about the AFC side of things here in Carolina because the Panthers can hopefully do their thing on the NFC side. And while we talk about the guys who did get tagged, let's take a peek at sort of the omissions here because almost more interesting. Who didn't get slapped with it, right? You look... Trio of top running backs, they might be hitting the market. Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard. Jags had to use the tag on Josh Allen, so Ridley could be hitting the market. Tampa uses theirs on Winfield. And our guy, Baker, he's still without a deal. Dolphins star Christian Wilkins, he's probably headed somewhere else to play next year as well. If we could just focus on Saquon here for a second. I asked him how he was feeling during... sort of during the Super Bowl week, it was right before Super Bowl, maybe it was even Super Bowl week, going into the offseason. Here's what he told me. Take a look.
I am really confident because I'm at ease. Last year it was a little stressful, especially after you get tagged. And then I don't really talk about myself too much. So I definitely don't like turning on the TV and try to watch ESPN or watch any of these, these TV shows and, oh, here goes my face. And it's, oh, what's contract negotiation? All that stuff kind of bothered me. But now, it's kind of like I dealt with it last year. I went through it last year. So I'm at ease. So that's why I'm confident. It's like whatever happens, happens. I know I have a lot left in the tank. And whether it's with the New York Football Giants or not, I'm ready.
This is a highly evolved player. This is a player who is unbothered. It takes a lot of mental strength to get to that place. I'm surprised, given all of that, the Giants decided to not franchise him. He is the engine that makes everything work. Daniel Jones told me so. Literally every week we had him on. He's the leader of the team. I want to guarantee another year with him and try to work out an extension from there. So I hope that the Giants are, the Giants are supposed to be one of the smartest orgs in the league. Work on it. Get it done. That's a player who's like, whatever, it's a business. I'm agreeable to something. I know you don't want to play running backs, blah, blah, blah. You can't tell me that he's not different, and you can't tell me that you can run an effective offense without him for the near future, and you can't tell me that he's too old to get a good deal when he's sitting there. I think he's 27 years old, so I don't know what we're doing. There are good years left in him. I think the Giants don't get this deal done. They're going to regret it for the next couple of years. All right, we are now turning to all things Carolina. We are digging in, celebrating an awesome partnership with FanDuel. FanDuel and the Panthers that I'm so excited to be a part of in a minor way here, broadcasting from